Hey there, it's Halloween time in the Dunham household, so I figured what better recipe to show you today than monster cookies. Now, generally, monster cookies refer to the amount of ingredients that you're able to cram into one cookie. It's so much that it becomes a monster cookie. But it's also Halloween time, so I think it's even more perfect. If you jump on audreydunham.com, I describe my adventure in creating this recipe. This is definitely a recipe that I put a lot of love and thought and energy into, so I hope you love it as much as I do. Okay, so let's start by heating our oven to 350 degrees. Once that's done, we can start mixing up our dry ingredients. I have my favorite gluten-free all-purpose flour that I'm starting with. And I should say, you can use regular all-purpose flour as well. Next, we have some finely shredded coconut. This adds a nice little chewy texture. For some crunch, we have our crispy rice cereal, some rolled old-fashioned oats. This will add a nice chewiness, that typical type of texture that you get from oatmeal cookies. Next, we have both baking soda and baking powder, coconut sugar, nice minimally processed sugar that I love to use whenever I can. Next, we have 3 tablespoons of semi-sweet chocolate chips. Next, we're gonna add some salt. I have to say, I love this little dish. It has seen some tough days around here. It was a gift from my aunt. I think everybody in this house has taken turns breaking it, but since Jeff can repair literally anything, he has fixed it every time. I have some vegan white chocolate chips. Our last 2 dry ingredients are chopped up chocolate bar and nuts. A nice chop. The type of chocolate I like to use is a dark chocolate with almonds and sea salt, but any sort of dark chocolate will work. You want about a half a cup or so. And lastly, I have some pecans. Pecans, either way, they're great and they're delicious, right? To get all these specific amounts that I'm using of every ingredient, jump on audreydunham.com. Give these dry ingredients a nice stir. Now let's start on our wet ingredients. It's actually just a very short list. First and foremost, we're going to create what some vegan bakers refer to as a flax egg. So this is an egg replacer made with ground flax seeds and water. All right, so all we're going to do is mix together that ground flax seed and water and set it aside for just a couple minutes so it can gelatinize. Meanwhile, we'll add the rest of our wet ingredients directly to the bowl that had our dry ingredients. I'm going to be adding some neutral flavored oil. I typically go with a non-GMO canola oil. 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, a little bit of vanilla extract. Lastly, we take that flax egg that we created and we add that to the bowl as well. It's become nice and thick. I think that's it. Last thing to do is stir it all together. Definitely not your average looking cookie dough with all of those fun ingredients. Crisp rice cereal, the chunks of the chocolate, coconut, of course that oatmeal. So good. Now, the other thing that you usually see with monster cookies is that they're typically a little bit larger than your average size cookie. That's part of what makes them monster cookies. I have 2 sheets here that have been lined with parchment paper. Also, if you have baking sheets that are non-stick, those will work. I like using the parchment paper because it's easier to clean up. When scooping out the cookie dough, I like using a nice average size ice cream scoop. This ensures that your cookies will all be about equal in size. So just put that dough just like that, a nice little mound. This recipe makes about 10 pretty good sized cookies. And I have to say, if you don't have an ice cream scoop like this that has the retractable handle that's super handy like this one, you can also use a 1/4 cup to measure out your cookie dough. That's the second best thing. 6 down, 4 to go. Next one. So then you'll probably end up with just a couple little crumbs in the bottom of the bowl and you just add them to the existing cookies. All right, I think they're ready to go in the oven. First sheet, second sheet, and these will bake for 13 to 14 minutes. In the meantime, grab your chocolate candies, any other sprinkles or toppings you want to add, and a couple of cooling racks so you're good to go as soon as they come out of the oven. Now, these do need to rest on the cookie sheet without being removed for about 3 to 5 minutes, but in the meantime, this is where we add our chocolate candies. I usually put about 5 to 6 candies on each cookie, but feel free to do whatever you like. I'll try and mix up the colors. This is a nice wide variety. These are vegan chocolate candies that I use. They're a really amazing, delicious brand that you can find on my website. One more right here. And because it's Halloween, I'm gonna be adding some Halloween sprinkles. gotta work quick because once these cookies really cool off, these toppings won't stick as well. All right, these are looking very festive, very fun. So now let's take them off the sheets and onto the cooling rack. All right, these cookies are done. Look at these amazing monster cookies, loaded with flavor and texture and chocolate and gooiness. Only thing left to do is try it. And as they cool, they will definitely firm up so they don't fall apart. Wow. Fantastic. This cookie recipe is so fun. You really can't go wrong. It's so unusual, so different, so delicious. And if you decide to try it, please let me know what you think. I would love to know. Please leave me a comment below. And to catch more of my recipes and kitchen tips and tricks, please click right here. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe by clicking right here. And to get instant notifications anytime that I post a new video, be sure to click that bell. Thanks for watching. I appreciate your time. Please try this recipe and let me know what you think. I'd love to know.